Hey people, hi all, good morning and welcome to yet another session of Tech Tablet Daily Dose with me, Varun Rao. So, in today's session, as discussed, we would be looking at the further prospect of the same project, that is the JavaScript View creation. We have in the last session seen how to create a table in JavaScript. Now, in this session, let us see how to create a grid layout within a form, and then we'll create a form and we'll see how it goes. All right. So this is what we have created in the last session. It was a SAP table in which we've taken columns and we've added this to the content. Now let us go ahead and create the next element, and that would be a grid layout. Okay, so the first thing that I would be doing is, as usual, we would begin with a variable, and it would be var o layout is what I'm taking, and I'll give it a class. It would be new sap.m.layout, sap.ui dot. It's not m here because now I would be changing the class. It would be ui dot layout dot form dot grid layout. Here G and L are in caps. Alright, now I would be giving it another bracket. Okay, and now I am just entering a property, okay, just for the sake of entering, and it would be a single column, okay, with S small and C as a cap, and this would be true. There's no comma required, and see here I made a spelling mistake which can become pretty dangerous later. Alright, now a layout has been created. Now I would be creating, okay, before we do that, let me just add the name of the thing I would be creating, and I would like to create a form, so I'll just name it as a form only. I've got to remember this. O page dot add content, and it's a form. I just name it as a form only, because now that the layout has been created, the next element that I have to create to go further is a form. So now I would start with another variable, that is variable form. Now the class for a form would be new sap.ui.layout dot form dot form again, because inside within a form there are many other elements that you can take, so that is why you have a small form followed by a caps form. And now the properties for this, I would be taking a title, and I would be taking a class for the title, that would be sap.ui.core, because there's a core element, and it would be title with t caps. And here I would like to give it a text, and the text would be a grid app or a grid layout. That should suffice. Now I'll take up a width, and I'll put this as 100% because I don't want to fumble, or I don't want to fiddle with the width right now. We could see what happens when we change once the output is done with. Now I'll also assign the layout, and this layout I would like to name it as O layout, the same name which I have given above, because that is what I want the layout to be. And now I'll begin with my form containers with the small f and capital C. It would be within a square bracket, and now this is going to be new SAP UI layout. I think I should copy this. Yeah, and this is form container, so F. Now within this form container, I would now have to open up a bracket, within this a square bracket. Okay, and now inside this form container I would take form elements. That is how the process goes, guys. When you're creating in a JavaScript, you would be able to see that when you create one, and once you understood the SDK perfectly. So it's new sap.ui. I don't have to do this typing, so let me just copy the same thing again. Okay, form dot. Now here it would be form element this time. Okay, now the same thing, it would be a flower bracket followed by a, it would be a round bracket followed by a flower bracket. And now here I would again be going ahead and giving some properties, and the first of it would be a label, and this would be new sap.ui.commons this time again dot label with a capital L, going on with a round bracket and a flower bracket again, giving it a text, and the text would be phone. Okay, because yeah, that's how I want to name it right now. You give it a comma followed by layout data. Okay, now this is important because we have to give it an alignment, and this would be new SAP. Okay, I'll have to copy the same thing again. So let me copy till form, because I will see why. Form dot, it would be grid element data. All the initial alphabets of the words would be in caps here. Alright, and now here we would be having H cells, and it would be 1. Alright, now here it is, and here is where it is getting close. So let me insert a comma, and now I would be giving my fields here. Alright, now I'm taking my square brackets again, opening them up, beginning with my code again. It would be new SAP dot UI dot commons dot text field with T and F in caps, now followed by a round bracket with and a flower bracket, and this would now have two properties. One would be layout data, and now it would be new sap.ui.layout dot form dot, it would be grid element data. We've already entered that here, so let me just copy that, pasted it. Right, now another property of this, and it would be H cells again, and I would like to take this as 4 right now. So this is where it is. I'm giving it a comma. Now I'll just copy this a couple of times so that we have 2-3 text fields just for the sake of look. So it's beginning here, alright, and it is ending here. So let me just copy from here to here, Control C, Control V, and just another time Control V. Okay, so I have done my copying part. Now let me just change this 3 and 2. Alright, it looks perfect to me now. Let me just see if all my commas and all my things have been added perfectly. I've added a form also. I've taken the fields, given the layout data. Alright, looks fine to me right now. Let me just go ahead with the execution. Wish me luck, guys. I hope there are no errors. Alright, we do not have any errors, but we do not have an output either. I have added the sap.ui.commons. I have added the form here as well, but then if there is no output, that definitely means that there is some error. we have added all the required things. I'm just trying to see if there's any error, guys. So okay, let us just begin it from the top and let's see where we've gone wrong. So I'm stuck on line number 54, okay, which is my first piece. So it's O layout with small l, okay, and I've created a UI layout form dot grid layout. G and L are in caps. That seems fine. Single column is the property and it is true. I've closed it here, and now I've begun a form which is SAP UI layout form followed by a form which begins with capital F, and then we have a title which is a core element. It is new SAP UI core title, and it is followed by a text, and the text here is, I've named it as grid layout, followed by a comma, then I've given it a width of 100%. Okay, this I think is wrong. Okay, so now I've given it a layout. Okay, let me just first save this, run this and see if, so that we can understand how many errors we have. Okay, so now one error is resolved, but yet I do not have my cells which are visible, so which means that there are some more errors. Alright, so one is resolved, so I have one error here. Then form containers with small f and capital C, and here the class is new SAP UI layout followed by form container, and then we have form elements. So here goes the second spelling mistake, that is, I have skipped the N here. Now let me just run this and see, and I hope there are no errors. And we have the output. Great, we have the output. So yeah, my errors have been eliminated. So now I've taken the form elements, and it is UI form element, and then I've considered a label which is phone, and that is this. Okay, this is the text that I've taken or that I've considered here, and this is preceded, or this is not preceded, this is followed up by three text fields, and these are the three text fields that I've taken. And then the most important thing is you've got to add the content of the form to O page, which is being done in line number 95, and then you have a return parameter of the entire page, which is return O page. So this is how you create a JavaScript application. So we've seen how to create a table, we've seen how to create a grid layout, and there are hundreds of examples available on the Google and on SAP help pages. I hope you make complete use of them and go through this, and yeah, and just fiddle around with this so that you can dive up to more applications and more views and research on more elements. So I hope you've learned something new and something useful. All the very best. Thanks a lot for watching, and I hope you all have a great day ahead. Thank you.